this. Okay. So I'm making this video and I don't even know where to start. I am embarking on putting my weight and fitness journey online, which sounds crazy. Why would I ever want to do that? I have absolutely no idea. I am 31 years old and have struggled with weight my entire life. I have been active. I was a cheerleader growing up. I was in track. I wasn't a runner though. I was that hefty girl who was the shot putter and the discus thrower. And I medaled a few times. It was junior high. We won't get too excited. I'm not gonna try and get excited about my glory days that were not anything of glory. But I've decided that I want to share this online because I feel like it would possibly help me in having slightly more success. September 2018 through April 2019, I was at the highest weight that I had ever been in my life, which was 267 pounds. I struggled to lose that weight. I was constantly working out, but I definitely was trying to outwork a bad diet. Not necessarily the type of diet that you would expect from someone to get to 267 pounds, but just not understanding what my body in particular was needing from me. So over that time, I was working out like crazy. I went to a local gym at the old city that we lived in and I loved it and it was so great. And I felt so good and so in shape, but the weight would not come off. So finally in April of 2019, I went to my doctor and said, I have struggled. I don't know how to lose weight. I let her know that I was struggling to lose weight. I had had an awful doctor, awful gynecologist before, who pretty much told me that my weight was due to my cultural style, which no one had ever mentioned culture, but she took one look at me and decided, you're fat because of the color of your skin. And I'm not kidding, y'all. It was a real moment and I immediately switched doctors. So found my new doctor. She was amazing, fully listened to me and said, okay, let's send you to a nutritionist. Let's try and figure out what's going on. What's the problem? Went to a nutritionist and pretty much she wanted me to either do like, a keto or any type of diet that I feel personally is not sustainable. So in that time, I guess April 2019 to my next doctor's appointment in June, I was successful in losing 5 pounds, which actually for me was a huge, huge, huge deal because from September to April, I don't know how long that is. 7 months. I could not lose weight and was working out and thought I was eating healthy. Definitely wasn't eating as healthy as I thought I was. Lost those 5 pounds. Later on in 2019, my husband and I decided to get a Peloton because I love to run, but I cannot run because of my knee. And my doctor told me cycling would be great. The city we live in is very small. There's no cycling studio. So we thought, okay, we will just, invest in our health and get a Peloton. And we did. And I fell in love. Absolutely love cycling. It is amazing. Such a good cardio workout. And my body does need cardio. That was August. Maybe rode the bike like 4 times. Then in October, a friend of mine was like, listen, I've been doing Weight Watchers. I'm telling you and Seth, that's my husband's name, need to try Weight Watchers. Just try it. See what you think. So I did, I think a 1-month trial. And I also, in October, finally got on birth control for endometriosis to help with all the pain that I was going through with endometriosis. And that actually made a huge difference. I started to understand food. I started to understand why certain foods that I was eating were making me gain weight rather than lose weight. And Weight Watchers doesn't feel like a diet. This isn't going to be a Weight Watchers channel by any means, but it is a tool that I'm using. So started Weight Watchers, started birth control, both in the same month. Saw great results, was losing weight consistently, healthily, losing weight consistently and in a healthy way. And I think over the next, from October through February, I dropped, I think it was like 20 something pounds, like 23. We'll say 23. I don't know. Of course, March of this year hit, quarantine, COVID. I work for myself. My business is not something that would be essential. I have consistently worked out since all of that started, but of course, naturally, the first few months was just feelings of fear. Why is this happening? Buying and eating whatever food sounded good whenever we went to the store. And so I think I gained like 7 or 8 pounds back to put me at like, I don't know. I really am so bad. We'll say I gained like 10 pounds back to put me at like a 12 to 13 pound weight loss rather than the 20 pound weight loss that I was at. I continued to work out. I found, which I've loved and followed, Whitney Simmons for a million years. I can't say a million, but pretty much since the girl was at the beginning of her YouTube journey, life, whatever. So I have been consistently doing her workouts. I did her inside program on her app twice, and I am currently on her Alive 1.0 program. I should have finished 2 weeks ago, but I live in Texas and it's hot. And the last like 3 weeks, it's been 107, the high, every few days. So haven't finished 1.0. I plan to, and then I plan to do inside again because the booty that I was getting from doing Alive inside is, I was just so proud. And right now I feel like my booty's disappearing, but it's also from sitting on my couch watching a lot of Netflix. A few weeks ago, I said, I've got to get back on track. This has to be my moment. I cannot keep teetering back and forth between the same 4 pounds that I keep gaining and losing every 2 weeks. I have to take this weight loss, this jump start that I gave myself starting in October, and continue to run with it. I'm finally in a place mentally where I feel like I genuinely love myself and my body. And I feel confident the way that I look currently. I currently weigh, this morning, I weighed 249.6 pounds. Y'all can do the math on whatever that weight loss is from my original 267. I've been working out. I've worked out this week. I really try to get in a cycling ride and try to get in all of my weekly workouts with my Alive by Whitney program every week as consistently as possible, but some days I just don't feel it. Like today, it is 105 outside. And since my husband and I have moved to the city that we moved to, there's not a lot of homes with garages. It's just like an old, like 70s kind of town. And the neighborhood we live in is adorable, but we don't have a garage. We have a carport. So I work out in my carport and it's effing hot. So I think my goals, well, I don't think, I know. My goal for this overall, sharing this journey online. Why am I sharing it online? Because I'm crazy. And I guess I thought that would be a great idea. Just subject yourself to everybody judging you online. But I watch people online and I absolutely don't judge them all the time. Sometimes I do. I don't know, just depends. But I would never be a troll and write mean things. So keep the negativity off of this channel. I'm asking for a lot in that. But my biggest goal is to lose 75 to 85 pounds. Yes, there's a 10-pound discrepancy. I honestly could end up losing only like 65 pounds and be happy. I currently love where I am right now. Yes, I want to lose more weight in my midsection. That is when you get in your 30s, oh, your body holds on to everything. I have not had kids and I look like I've had kids. So yeah, I would love to lose more in my midsection, love to tighten up my arms, tighten up my inner thighs. I am quite muscular and I'm 5'8", so I'm tall. All that to say, I've got some fat to lose, but I'm not going to beat myself up along the way. I'm not going to focus so heavily on the number that it takes me down, because that is why I've failed so many times in the past. I definitely, whenever I was like 23, I was over the 200-pound mark like I am now. I think my highest weight in my early 20s was 235. I lost that weight. I got down to like 180 and I felt so good about myself. And then of course I gained weight because I was in love, and my husband and I, we were boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, but we loved to eat out, and McDonald's didn't seem like it was going to do anything to our 20-something-year-old bodies, even though it already had once and I already lost weight. So I don't want to do this again in 10 years. I want this to be a lose weight. Let this be the final time that I am fighting to lose a large amount of weight. So 75 to 85 pounds, but I'm happy. I want to be happy with myself fully along the way. From, it only being, right now I'm at, I think 14 or 15 pounds down, to, whether I'm down 40 pounds. I want to love myself fully along the way. And a big part of my also not wanting to, I think the last few months I've had to get this out of my head. I know, because like I said, I've never had kids, but I look like I've had kids, which means I have stretch marks. My arms are stretched. My stomach definitely has a few stretch marks. My sides have stretch marks, and my thighs have stretch marks. And I think a big thing that I've had to tell myself this whole time is, you might have loose skin, but it's going to be okay. And the mental struggle of knowing I'm gonna work hard, but I'm not gonna have this dream body, was something I really had to get past. And I feel completely confident now, because I feel like, well, if you have loose skin, at least you are not so overweight that you're putting yourself at risk of passing away early. My dad had heart disease my whole life growing up, and I know that's something that I'm at risk for. I luckily am fully healthy. My doctor has done my blood work, and not a thing wrong with me other than endometriosis, and we're fighting that, and we're good to go. My next goal is to just be continuously tracking myself in Weight Watchers. It's now WW. I've got to quit saying Weight Watchers, WW, because I know they don't want people to be fully focused on weight. And I actually love that about them, because I feel like growing up, my mom had a friend or two that would do Weight Watchers, and it just seemed a little like, I don't know, you weren't really caring for yourself. It felt like a little more starvation. I could be wrong. Weight Watchers, don't come at me. I promise you. That's what I saw from my mom's friends growing up. Now, I absolutely love it. I would recommend anyone who is wanting to fully make a change in their life and not do an unrealistic, unsustainable diet to do Weight Watchers, because it fully teaches you about food. You start to understand why certain things are bad. I'm on the blue plan. I really love it. My husband, he teeters back and forth on if he's tracking or not on Weight Watchers. But whatever I'm eating, he's eating. So we're both on Weight Watchers. The next goal for me, really hugely, and I think any person who is going on a weight loss journey or a fitness journey or any type of journey, is to not focus on like being this hot piece of ass, but just being, wow, I can't believe I just said that. Oh, Lord. Anyways, not focusing on being so what that final goal is going to be, but loving yourself along the way. So that is my biggest goal for myself. I have to fully love myself along the way in this journey. Once again, I said journey. I hate that word. Because the only way for me to be successful and stay successful is to love the skin I'm in every step of the way, which I know is so hard. And again, I said I struggled with the idea of losing weight and getting that loose skin. And yes, there are so many ways to help not have loose skin. And I know every person, all genetics are different. So who knows? Like, I don't know if how much loose skin I'm gonna have, if it's gonna be something that is gonna just completely bother me, but I know that I'd rather just be stronger and healthier and feel really good about myself than not go along the journey for aesthetic reasons. My final goal is to be completely consistent in my workouts. I think I said earlier I'm working out consistently, in which I would say compared to where I was 2 years ago or where I was 5 years ago, I am fully way more consistent than I used to be. But for me, my biggest goal is to try and get in 4 to 5 workouts a week. I know that sounds like so much. My biggest goal is to, during the week, get my workout in every morning, especially before it's way too hot, and then go about the rest of my day. I know whenever I actually get my workout in the morning, I'm way more successful. Yeah, it's as simple as that. So that is my goals, my plan for this journey. I know that I got myself here by making bad choices in what I'm eating. I won't say that I was someone who was like going through drive-thrus all the time, but I loved a good Dr. Pepper and I loved a good Red Bull. I don't drink Dr. Pepper anymore, and now I have been influenced by all of the lovely Fitspos who I absolutely love and follow, and I drink the Alani Nu energy drink, and it's amazing. And 0 points on Weight Watchers. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you follow along on this journey. I hope that this can be something inspiring for someone else who's 31 with no kids, 5'8", and got a lot of weight to lose, but a lot of excitement and motivation to make it happen. And there are days when I'm not motivated whatsoever. So motivated today, maybe not tomorrow. We will see. I really hope that you follow along on this journey with me. And if you are on a journey yourself, please let me know in the comments. I would love to follow along on your journey. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you want to see as I go about this long, strenuous, but exciting journey, path, road. I'm trying to find new words to describe the word journey. Anyways, thanks for watching.